We ain't got time for those commercials. We're running late. 4 minutes late. Eric, this is unacceptable.
I know.
I look beat up, by the way.
How are you feeling,
Hey,
Beat?
where's the back room? Where are you at? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I'm someplace weird.
Now you just disappeared.
Hold on.
These people are funny. What's up,
Always.
guys?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Here we are. Good to be back. I got the chat up. Eric's obviously not in
I'm
the
running
Bass Cave.
Read the comments so I can answer any questions.
Eric can't read the comments, so it's all on me tonight.
I'm just on an iPhone, man.
What's up, guys?
What's everybody? How many we got?
Eric
Who's
sold all his baits. 130 peeps already. I am beat up, man. Wow. What a day. What a couple days. Where do we even begin? Open topic tonight because I realize there's not enough time in the day to run this enterprise.
The intern.
I got to fish with you though last Sunday.
That was fun, man. Put a smile on my face.
We're going to talk about that, guys, because
He took.
as a full-time guide on the Chesapeake Bay, 16 and a half pounds is unacceptable.
No pressure.
It wasn't pressure. It was fun. It was an enjoyable day.
It was.
I felt zero pressure. I felt more just excited and worry-free.
You seemed pretty tense on the boat, though.
When you broke some fish off, I got intense.
I only broke one off. First of all, I fished clean otherwise. I put the big fish of the day in the boat in the first 10 minutes. Let's be honest. You were tense.
I think the big fish of the day was the last one.
No.
No, it was
That first one I put in was.
on the chatterbait.
Mm-hmm. Nothing came in bigger.
Remember in the grass bed when I was finesse fishing and I'm like, there he is, and it was pretty big.
I mean, one of 20 times we both said there he is.
We caught a lot of fish.
We caught a lot of fish.
We caught a lot of 3-pounders.
And I said, geez, Travis, I'm like, I thought you said there were some studs in here. He goes, well, there were all week. And I'm like, wait a minute. You fished this all week? And I go, how many did you catch? And he goes, 60 to 80 over the 3 days. I'm like, I was having that information made me super proud that we caught, 16.71 with 3 dead fish. Yeah. So call it 17 and a quarter. Mm-hmm. I was shocked we caught 17 and a quarter with that kind of pressure coming in. We did pretty good. They got a lot.
I'll be honest. It was, so we had we ended up fishing an area that had a diesel spill, of all things.
The last one, yeah.
We went into an area, and they obviously dumped a bunch of diesel fuel in the water from a boat. Yeah. And you mentioned you could taste it, and I didn't think nothing of it.
Kept fishing and going further back. I said, I can actually taste it in my mouth now.
But it never occurred to me to stop the intake of the live well.
That's weird. Let's talk about that. You run your live wells a little different than anybody I've ever met.
I'm still learning.
No, but
I messed up, Eric. I messed up. I messed up. You don't have to explain it. I messed up. It will never happen again.
No, but what I mean is, I think when you're running and you have them full, it's easier on the fish. So I like that concept. But I think it might have been because you have them open all the time. Maybe that diesel did suck in. But there was no aeration.
That too.
Yeah. Anyway, it was fun.
Yes. Ike won 22 pounds.
22 and change, almost 23.
Yep. Man. If I knew now what I know then. Is that how it goes?
I think we had that discussion. Should we do that or the grass and flats? And you were determined because you'd seen what was there.
I thought we could catch 5-pounders.
And believe me, there have been times where that's possible. When the flats is on fire, it's hard to beat.
It is. If you're not in the grass when you need to be,
You're getting.
I mean, don't get us wrong. We were fishing grass, but we were fishing more smaller patches of grass.
Yeah, completely different setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. When I say fishing grass, not patches, I'm talking about the flats. There's some bad mamma jammas out there some years.
But I don't think anyone's mad at Ike for winning.
No, why would they be?
I mean, well, because a pro entered the tournament.
Well, I think it was really just Riz and it was.
I'll be honest with you. Ike doesn't have a pulse on the system. He's not out there every day.
But Riz is, and that's So I think it was more fishing with Riz maybe than Riz fishing with Ike.
Yeah.
Because Riz has put the work in, so I'm guessing they fished Riz's fish. I don't know. Mike's got a run up there. He's not a stranger to the upper bite by any means. Could have been a collaboration.
Yeah, I honestly have no problem with those guys fishing. I would love to have more pros fishing.
I was excited to have the opportunity to beat Ike and Riz.
Yeah,
that was not meant to be that day.
Yeah, it wasn't. But no. We should have cashed a check at least.
Yeah, that was the only disappointing part of it.
But man, what a fun day! I just got done editing the video, guys. I was going to do like a premiere of the video. It's about 12 minutes long. But
why don't you run a clip?
Well, it would be fun, but I guess I want to save it for a video that will come out here in the next week or so on my channel. Only because it turned out to be pretty good.
Here's the thing. If you show them a little taste tonight, everybody watching will watch the full video.
Okay, we might do that.
All right.
It's not as easy as you think.
I tried for you, everybody. No, I didn't say it was easy. Believe me, I would have no idea how to do it. So we're definitely counting on you.
Yes.
No question about it. So you got to run the chat tonight, man. I'm blind. I'm running blind. I'm just kind of like here.
Okay, so I wish you could see the chat, Eric.
You and me both.
What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put some comments up. When people coming in, I'm just gonna put them on the screen, and that way you'll see them when they're relative to you.
Should I be watching on? What if I watched on YouTube versus Skype? I could probably go to YouTube now that you have me on Skype and just watch the video.
Try that.
All right, I'm gonna not hang up Skype, but and then I'll have to mute. That's a problem. I'll have to mute you here. Let me see if I can do that.
Just figure it out. So Eric's at his where are you exactly?
Hold on. Let me just see if I can mute you. How do I mute Skype?
Thanks, Brian.
I'm trying to figure out my mute button. Hold on.
Take your time.
I don't know where it is. There's got to be a way to mute this. All right, I figured it out. Hold on. Can you hear me, Travis?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to mute Skype.
Okay. Well, now you're gone when you mute. The chat shouldn't be freezing, guys. It's on your end, not mine. Refresh that. Eric, just so you know, I lost visual of you. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I got to do a little rigging, get ready for tomorrow. Got another guide trip. Every day is a guide trip. Today was fun. There he is.
Hey, Travis, if I go to YouTube, I lose the screen.
Okay.
Can't happen.
Just stick with me. I'll put up comments relative to you.
No, you don't understand. I can't see the comments because I'm on Skype.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. We can't go long tonight, guys. Real short little, just catch up.
So you might as well just play the clip. I can't even watch the clip. Yeah. How about if I hang up and become a viewer?
Oh, Joe Zombak's in the house.
Zombak.
Man, it was fun. I can't wait to get out again. I guess we might get out Monday.
Yeah,
You want to come out with me?
sure.
So, gentleman that won the Ike Live charity guided trip with me at the Ike Foundation.
Yep.
He's coming out Monday, and I go, "Do you mind if Eric takes along?" He's like, "Bring him."
Didn't he ask if I could come?
Something like that.
No, he did because I met him at the show at the Ike Foundation thing. He was like, he wanted me to come.
Do you know how to split screen using the Task Manager? Sean goes, use the split screen using the Task Manager.
Where do I find the Task Manager on my phone in settings?
Oh, geez. So this is going to take another 10 minutes, Sean. Thanks a lot.
Sean's the man. I have an iPhone. If anybody cares to know, Control Center. Where's my Task Manager?
Explain how we fish. So the video that we made, we can't show it because there's too many important areas that we fished in the event. So it's not going to be a lot of fish catches. We fished hard structure most of the day, and we were finesse fishing. And the guys that won, most of the guys were out in the grass. And it was one of those things where, we made the call. How'd that work, Eric?
By the way, the Task Manager is a Windows-based app.
Oh.
Now, if somebody's an iPhone person out there, let me know how to split screen on the old iPhone.
Yeah, Sean goes, you have an iPhone, it won't work.
I figured that out.
Oh, man. Android only. All right, so what else we got here? Eric, you cut out there for a second.
Oh. I just said, damn it, Steve Jobs.
Yes. This will be a quick show tonight, I'm sure.
Might as well just play the 12-minute video. I think I should probably just call in. Hey, that could be something.
What's that?
I'll watch on YouTube and call in. How could that work? You'd hear my voice. They wouldn't see me, though.
Yeah, it's fine, man. I'm a good moderator. I will share with you relative comments. Here, I'm going to put one up right now by Todd, and I know there's a delay. Oh, wait, you can't see the comments.
Yeah, but so you're going to have to read the comment.
Eric, have you tried the Tackle Taker Buzz Bait? If you have, is it similar to the Squeaky Dolphin?
So I broke one apart on the Buzzbait episode on this show. So if he watches the Buzzbait special, you'll see me crack a Tackle Taker. And no, it's not like the Squeaky Dolphin at all. It doesn't have as much squeal. But it does have a cool concept of that the head looks exactly the same as Reaction Innovation's Squeaky Dolphin, where it's got lead and that brass ball on the top of the head. So, yeah.
I gotcha.
So, yeah.
I gotcha.
So knock, it has a ticking sound, but it doesn't have any squeal near the Squeaky Dolphin. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. No, you're not gonna do that, right?
Yes.
Oh wow. Big news. Newsflash.
Yes.
Wow, you guys are getting a big bonus tonight. I cannot believe he's about to do this.
Casual Basket goes. Would you guys wish you fished differently or happy how it went?
Oh, absolutely. I've been on the flats in a minute.
I was happy how it went because I was fishing my favorite.
But my gut was telling me to fish the flat.
I was fishing my favorite way to fish, so.
Right, I was fishing with you because I do like to fish that way, but I would have rather been on the flats for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no question.
My knots held up perfect with this Power Pro, although, frick, that's another issue. Never mind.
What?
I don't want to bore you guys, but I ordered a bunch of Power Pro from Dick's to pick up curbside, and then I got an email that says it's not available, and then I got an email today saying it's being shipped to my house. I already bought some Power Pro from the tackle store in Norristown. So
the braided saga continues. Dude. The braided saga. So do you miss not having the high vis yellow?
I got used to it. I got used to it, and I do.
You mean you like the high vis yellow? You turned it into a jacket.
Yes.
You guys, what you don't know is that jacket Travis is wearing is woven out of Berkeley X9. That's why he's really tired. After the Derby, he went home and he learned how to knit, and so he made a Berkeley X9 high vis yellow jacket.
June 6th, Eric. There's a tournament. Another one.
June Bug 6.
Do you want to fish June 6th?
June Bug 6. It depends if I don't have a tournament. I think, what day is that?
Saturday.
I might be able to. I know I got a tournament down on in Carolina that day. On the next day, the 7th, Sunday.
Oh.
For $7.
So
I can practice down here.
So do you want to do it or not?
Let me talk to Scooter. What is it, a Bay Legends or what is it?
It's the same one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Chester County.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So yes or no?
Dude, can I check my calendar? We're doing a show right now, man.
I'd like an answer here by the end of the show.
Then I'm going to get back to him.
Eric, where are you at? Everybody wants to know, where is Eric at?
In the Outer Banks.
The Outer Banks. Is there good bass fishing down there?
Yes, very good.
There is not.
My team partner just won with 23 and change.
Isn't the Outer Banks on the ocean?
Yeah, he won with 23.9 something.
Redfish?
Yeah, 23.9 something. Scooter did. That's the one I think I was supposed to be fishing at with him, but I was fishing with you, and he won. So my other team partner came in Foist. So now we're going to try to back it up with a.
Have you ever fished the Upper Potomac?
Yeah.
How far? I've never tried the Sunline Braid.
Me either.
If you don't fish, maybe I could ask BTC to fish.
Oh, there you go, man. That'd be fun.
But I'd like to fish with you, so let me know by tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate the breathing room.
How did you guys do in the tournament? We took 20-something out of 100. Not good.
Somewhere between 27th and 30th, maybe. I think they posted the results, right? We could probably check.
Yeah, I didn't look.
Yeah, I didn't want to look. What do you think that fish penalty cost us? 4 ounces each, 12 ounces?
Well, we would have 18 something, 17, probably 18 pounds, dude.
Yeah, that might have moved us up into the last consolation check prize.
We might have got paid.
Yeah, a consolation prize, not 15th.
But it was cool to see everybody.
Chester County Bass Masters, add 12 ounces to 16.71 and tell us what our true weight would have been.
Yeah.
So you're rigging up today again, moderating. You're doing it all, man. How do you do it? And you wove that Berkeley X9 jacket.
And
while you were guiding today.
Yeah, dude, the drive back and forth is getting old.
People don't understand that you knit in the boat with the remote.
All I did today was take fish off the hooks today.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about.
Jeez, did we crush them.
That's awesome.
Unreal. So we had 25 pounds today for sure.
Right.
When it gets to the point when 11-year-old kid that's with you doesn't get excited over a 4-pounder anymore, something's wrong.
You.
Huh?
He watches your show.
Oh.
That's why he's excited, because you think 4s are small.
Just flip that bitch in.
You're teaching the youths of the world not to appreciate 4-pounder.
I guess.
It's all your fault, dude.
It was an awesome day. Plus, I caught a bunch of jumbo perch.
So you got dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man. So
what else? Thanks.
I need you to comments at some point if we're really going to have a show tonight.
Yes. So, Travis, have you ever fished Lake Michigan smallmouth? Yes. Tips: drop shot, tubes, jerk baits, A-rigs, hair jig. What else we got? Was Ryan there? Yeah, I saw Ryan. I saw him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
He didn't point to come over and say hello.
No.
How did he do?
He fished with Joe Thompson. They did well. I think they caught 18 pounds. So I called him the day before.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say something to him, but I was putting the boat on the truck, and then I dropped my boat off at the marina, and I drove back there to look for him, but he must have took off. Because I got to talk to the dude. I got to be like, is this how you're going to be, or are you going to fucking talk? You know what I mean? And so then I called him on the way home. Of course, he didn't answer. And then I tried to call him today, but I got busy.
Gotcha.
So I will work it out one way or the other with the guy.
Well, keep us posted.
I will. What else we got?
Oh, we saw Tom Nee and John Nee on the water.
Yes.
John Nee said I was going to heaven. I need to ask John Nee, if you're watching tonight. John Nee goes, watch the show, love what you guys are doing. And he goes, Eric, you are going to heaven. I didn't ask him why he said that.
I don't know.
But that was nice of him.
That was.
Yeah.
It's nice seeing those guys.
Yeah, it is, man. I like them. Good stuff. So what else, man? All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see
you on the water. I'm trying to debate what size or what color Kitech would work better for those jumbo perch tomorrow.
Perch like perch.
I know, but I tried it. I tried the perch color, rainbow shad and black, and it seemed like they wanted the black color better today. So when I'm guiding a lot of times, I don't try to catch a lot of bass. I mean, once in a while I'll poke around or at least show them how to do it. But if we're out in the grass flat, I'm going to catch some jumbo perch while they're fishing for bass. So I think I'm going to go straight white tomorrow.
There you go. There you go.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
We'll see. I got a feeling I won't be able to do much fishing tomorrow. I'll be instructing. That guy's gonna have a notebook, video camera.
So it's more of like it's like a bass class tomorrow.
Bass University.
Perfect, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. You want me to just call in and look at the chat or something because
I'm sorry.
We get lizard tongue. Occasionally, got to look at the comments if we're gonna have a show.
Hey guys, don't forget to like and share if you can.
Right below. Any questions coming in?
Yes.
What do you got?
Billy, we're not talking about Salzman. We're talking about different Ryan. Billy says he's never got his Yozuri prize pack from Salzman yet.
Oh no!
That's not good. Shit. Well, Ryan signed a form that says we're not liable for any prize packages won on Smallmouth Crush.
Interesting.
There's the lizard tongue.
She's out.
Oh man. How many times did EE mess up your plan? Brad says none.
0.
We did it right, dude.
I let Travis control it all. I said it was his show on Saturday.
It was.
I didn't been on the bay one time this year, so
it was so much fun, dude. It was a blast.
It's not practice. No, I had a great time, man. I thought we fished clean.
Anytime you set that hook and you're in a tournament and you remember how many times we were fooled by the 2.5 pounders?
You mean you?
Oh. Man.
You were more like, Ike, giant, it's a good one. It's a good one. And then you would go, this is the standard line after I go, dude, you need the net? Nah. And you were like this. You never know. I hope you put some of that in the footage. Nah, I didn't think so. Hold on. Somebody sent me a text maybe with how to do a dual screen. Give me a sec.
When's the next auction? Man, I got a bunch of stuff to sell still. I just don't want to give Jimmy $200, so I'm going to hold off on that.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
What techniques and baits do we do Sunday? Finesse.
Wow. I'm gonna completely defer to Travis tonight.
I'm kind of tying them up right now in front of you guys. No doubt. We drop shotted and we threw a Ned rig quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric, did you do anything sneaky? Not really. No.
Chatterbait.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No,
You pretty much
much
threw the colors everybody throws
Yep.
with the results everyone else gets.
I brought no sneakiness.
No.
No, because Travis. Literally based on the reports, I fully expected us to have a 20-pound day. I know Travis did too.
Mm-hmm.
I really just think it's hard when you're guiding, and I've talked to you about this, and I think you even talked about it. There's a lot of pressure for you to put people on fish. That's your job. That's what you get paid to do. And so when you got to go in and fish a tournament behind where you just guided, it makes it really tough.
We did catch. We did catch. I caught a couple fish on a tube too.
I caught a snakehead.
Yes. Oh shit.
And a rock bass.
Damn it.
And a yellow perch. I had multi-species that day, Travis.
I broke another St. Croix today.
Oh no! What happened, man?
I must have stepped on the handle, and when he was casting it, it cracked. But
So tell everybody I
left him in
have.
the damn
That's
boat.
I did that to a Loomis. Tell everybody I have the YouTube app. I'm going to tell everybody. Why I'm asking you to tell everybody. I have the YouTube app on my phone, but if I go to the YouTube app to watch the comments, I'm no longer visible on Skype. As soon as I leave Skype on my iPhone, so unless I can run two apps at the same time on an iPhone, I can't do it.
Jason, I do believe Eric did throw the BDS 3 at some point. Didn't you?
No, I stuck with a DT6 because you were hating
No,
on.
you threw that. You threw some weird colored square bill. And
It was
remember, I yelled at you.
It was a BDS2.
Okay.
We caught what? We caught no keepers that went in the live well on crankbaits,
We tried.
and we did. It was not a day for that bite.
Mm-mm.
It had passed.
The crankbait bite on the bay for me this year just didn't happen.
That's really interesting.
I'll be honest with you. It was not the year of a crankbait yet.
I wonder. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think you were out on the water, were you? During the time where it would have been really popping off.
No. So talk about tubes for largemouth. So I use an exposed hook, 3.5 tube, and I fish it almost like a Ned rig.
Yeah.
Most 70% of the time.
Drag it around.
Mm-hmm. Nothing fancy.
It's an underappreciated bait for largemouth.
You do have to retie a few times.
Yep.
You're going to lose them.
I was surprised we didn't lose more baits in the places
Man,
we
we fish so clean, dude.
That was, yeah.
Like the way we approach things and pitched.
We were putting the baits where we needed it. I thought my backhand was on, man. Because I had the backhand behind you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we really divided up the territory. We weren't stepping on each other. I must have walked up and down off that back deck a million times.
Yes.
As the boat would change position to get into position to get the angles that I needed. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
Caught a lot of fish.
Yeah, we did. We sure
Really?
did.
As I mentioned in the video, it's really exciting to see you catch 2.5s because I fully expect they're going to be 4 to 5s the way you set the hook and play them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it gets the adrenaline pumping each and every time.
Yes.
But that's 2 tournaments in a row where we could have done really well. Like we had the W that one time that I lost that 5 on the wall that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, we did not see the fish that I lost, and it could have been a snakehead. A bigger one. Like a big one. Because I had no control over that fish. None.
What kind of conditions did we have? It was fairly calm, cloudy.
It was a London fog again.
We had a little bit of fog.
London fog because it was spitting. London
Yes,
fog. I said London fog.
you did.
Moisture droplets. Yeah. A little bit of wind, maybe 8 to 10 at some point during the day, right?
Yeah, it was.
We had a nice slick diesel coverage on the water, diesel
Yes,
fume in one of the areas. That was pleasant.
we did. Man,
We
crazy.
damn.
At about, we had 2 hours to go, and I go, should we run to the grass? And we both agreed, no, we're going to get 2 6s at some point today.
Yeah, I was like, nah, man, stick with your program, man, because there were days where you had guided and bigger fish would turn on in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Just,
we done to make that happen. Who knows?
mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. Had you caught any sixes in those areas you guided yet?
No.
I know you caught some fives.
No, no 6s where we were fishing, but
Any fives where you'd been fishing?
yes, but I wasn't fishing, I wasn't really fishing either. So I just had a feeling,
I got
when
you.
you're guiding, you can tell when people cast if it's a good cast or not, like
Sure.
based on your experience. So I was like, well, yeah, we worked it, we caught some good fish, but could we go in there and wreck them? That I was confident that we could.
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah. No. No. I mean, I don't think we could have fished it any more thoroughly.
Was I guarding the entrance of the secret pond Sunday? No, no.
No. No. No guardians of the spawn.
Oh, I know what Jim's talking about. I got stuck.
He's talking about guardians of the spawn.
No,
Yes.
no, Eric.
Oh, there's another secret
Yes, he's
pond.
the one that gave me the custom bottle of the vodka, and I thought we were gonna need that.
Oh, okay.
He should
I
have
know.
brought that bottle with him because we were almost stuck for 8 hours in an area.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We never went there. I thought about it, but
Yeah.
we didn't have enough. It wasn't the right water to get in. I thought about going there today too. Uh, we stayed in pretty much. We jumped around a little bit today, but we stayed in one area. I was talking to Eric earlier. We probably had, gosh, I don't even know. I'm guessing, but I would say we had 40 bass today. For sure, 25 pounds was easily. We had multiple heavy
Today,
fives.
you that the flats trumps just about anything else when it's on. Given the reports and the picture you've been seeing over the weeks about the grass fish, been no secret about the size and the quantity coming off the flats.
Mm-hmm.
What now you see it differently. What got your attention? Because you actually went out and caught them, or I like if you could turn the clock back, knowing what you.
There was a trip earlier in the week when I went out there for about an hour and a half and did not like the watercolor.
Okay.
That was.
Earlier in the week is four
I
tides.
know. I understand that.
12 tides later, it just
Well,
changed.
you can't be everywhere.
No, fair. I just wondered what changed your mind, what opened your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Fair enough. Fair enough.
These people,
What are they saying?
they're just funny.
You got to read some comments.
Why 12-ounce penalty, Joe says.
Dead fish.
Diesel. Our fish drank diesel fuel. True story.
I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Or they just drowned.
Too much water?
Too much fresh water for those fish.
Maybe.
Are you taking it in to get it fixed? Do you think there was really something wrong with the live well?
I think the aerator pump is slow.
Well, I never saw the aerator run. Have you tried it since then?
Mm-hmm.
Spitting, it's not running hard.
Mm-hmm.
You mean one side spitting harder than the other?
Yes.
I got
sure.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need aeration. No question.
Mm-hmm.
Key to happy fish.
Yes, yes. The grass around the islands are producing.
Is it?
They are, yeah.
Cool.
There's just so many areas out there, man.
Oh yeah, it's a big body.
I mean, you're
of water.
talking about 5 square miles of grass.
Yeah, with some key features though, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Those little things can make a big difference.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Definitely.
I do use an oxygenator for sure.
Apparently, who was telling me the oxygenator
The
in
fuel came from a
a boat?
marina. A boat spilled a
Yeah,
bunch of
maybe
diesel fuel where we were fishing.
something like that. Who knows? On the. Hey, maybe it was that guy that was in there earlier that day. Remember, I told you he mudded up the water with that giant boat getting at the dock.
Yep.
He was at the fuel dock. Could have been him.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was telling me that if you run an oxygenator in salt water, that's no bueno. Is that true or not?
I
Sound off it.
no idea.
So if you're in
That
Brad, don't run it.
that I wouldn't know.
I've never had an oxygenator on my boat. I just have aerators.
Really?
Yeah,
You
never had to use. No, I've never had dead fish. If I run, I used to have a Ranger. They were amazing because they were insulated. The Skeeter live wells are not nearly as insulated as the Ranger was, but still, the aerators pumps were really super strong,
Sure.
so it oxygenated fish, right? And I don't remember really fishing like 110-degree tournaments, like when it gets just filthy hot out there on the water when it's really a problem for the bass.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I remember somebody telling me because I have an oxygenator on my current boat, my current Skeeter,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody was telling me don't run it in salt water. You see any comments? But maybe that's just a myth.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear if anybody out there knows.
They say we need to wake up a little bit and get more cheerful here. So I'm trying.
Well, I mean,
I'm trying.
the fun comments.
The best part is the comments, and I'm trying to do a good job. But I guess not. I guess
Well, you gotta-
I'm sucking.
I'm just saying, just read a question, read some comments.
G Juice any good? Never used it. Eric?
Oh, you're talking about like the Rejuvenate for the fish?
G Juice.
Yeah, that's kind of like that. Yeah, I have, but not that one. I've used the other one. What's the other one called? Come on.
M. Jones says, keep me alive or catch and release.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah,
The
it's
green
that one.
bottle. Yeah.
I've used that, and it does work.
Yep.
They get happy.
Eric, if you're going to throw a glide bait out on the bay right now, what would you choose? I'm going to let you talk about that while I get some ice real quick and keep me awake.
Ice to keep you awake.
Glide bait.
Yeah, I would probably throw that. I don't know. I might throw like a yellow perch, maybe a Gancraft 178 just for starters, or even the Arashi Glide if they made a perch color. I think that would be cool. Yeah, that's what I'd throw. And then maybe later on in the post spawn, I'd probably throw a triple trout. And then later on, if it's slicked off, I might throw a big wake bait. Try it out. That's what I'd do. Guys, I can't see the comments, so. Yeah, I don't think I'd be throwing a glide bait right now. I mean, I'd throw it through kind of like pre-spawn, maybe spawn for sure. But post-spawn, I think I'd probably focus on more soft swim baits. Definitely post-spawn. So I'd go to like, especially because the grass is such an issue, to get a clean cast on the upper bay is really, really tough. I've had my glides out, and because they're treble hook baits, I like to do it when it's emergent. I'm going to go for a soft swim bait, like a Kitech or whatever your soft-sided swim bait is that you like to throw. I think that's a better choice. Something with a big hook in the middle and a single hook. Get your bites. And post-spawn, I think, is swim bait time for sure. So a skinny dipper is really hard to beat. If you want a bigger bite, throw the big dipper. And if it gets really tough in the summer, throw the little dipper. That'll save your butt sometimes. When the bait gets really small, like the small bay anchovies come in, like they're 2 and 3 inches, man. And that's all they seem to focus on and key in on. Yeah, so swim baits will start being part of the game now.
Eric,
Yo,
I'm back, bro.
man.
Sorry, I know it's hard without reading the comments.
Nearly impossible. I was pretty much having a conversation with myself.
Yeah, so the glide bait's on the bay. With that water's clean enough in some areas. I don't know, man. That's a risky move. Did you say go for it?
I would prefer to throw them pre-spawn
Uh-huh.
through
I
spawn,
I think you
but
could get away with
you know,
it.
grass is an issue to get a clean cast with a guide bait right now because
I
there's so much grass. You run through the grass. They're chopping up the grass. You're throwing a treble hook bait. You know what I mean?
I think what you could do is I would work a bigger plastic type of swim bait Texas rigged. I think you
That's
could get
what I talked about.
okay, like a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I took them through my choices and some of the things that I would throw. And if they were looking for a bigger bite, I'd throw the Big Dipper. But I'd be throwing any dipper that's or any soft Kitech, whatever. Yeah.
So Joe Zombach brings up a good a concern I've heard about in the past. He says no good for oxygenator and salt water. So we agree on that, and a few other people commented.
We agree, or he agrees with me
in the comments, but it
yeah,
creates sodium chloride, which I guess is bad.
yeah, it'll kill your fish.
And then he goes, the please release me formula does too. So that's interesting. There's rejuvenate and please release me. I would like to know the difference and what's better. If anyone wants to sound off in the comments.
And G juice,
Mm,
right?
yeah, definitely. Now we got a show. Yeah,
Okay.
so Saint goes, after watching the swim bait show with Austin, I've been hooked on them. I agree, man. I would love to. I'm going to be throwing them more. I think it's, for me, I need to be around that cleaner water and not so much grass.
Well, pre-spawn, when the grass is emerging, you can get a clean cast. But when people start to run their boats through it as the grass grows through the spring, and they're chopping up the grass, you get wind-driven debris that's happening. It's not like you're fishing on a lake, right?
Right.
A cleaner cast, But pre-spawn for sure. That's when I'd be throwing, even in the colder months, like early pre-spawn, throwing a HUD 68, which I think is a great bait. It's certainly a decent tournament bait too, and
Sure.
really slow crawling that because it's an 8-inch HUD tail on a 6-inch bait, and you get a lot of wag. So for our tidal fish, I think they get tuned in pre-spawn to that vibration. That's why a chatterbait is really good. That's why a rattle trap is super. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
with that bumpy tail on the back. And they do make a weedless HUD 68. So if you want to give them a bigger profile, bigger than a Kitech skinny minnow, that HUD 68 looks like, very close to a white perch.
So
You could just buy the black shad, and it's a weedless. They have, they've got them in white. They're hard to find. They've got an olive shad, a black shad. You can get, I don't know if they make the HUD weedless. It's not the top hook model.
Mm-hmm.
It is the HUD 68 weedless. But that's something that I think, again, can produce a bigger bite. I've done some things with swim jigs that, are pretty non-standard
Sure.
that have produced very big bites for me over the years in pre-spawn. Use your imagination.
Yes. So a lot of good comments here. So a lot of people are saying try G Juice. Maybe I need to give that
Okay, that's cool.
an option there. Hydrogen peroxide, add 2 to 3 caps full. So we didn't kill our fish because of the oxygenator or anything. It was because we sucked up diesel fuel into the live well from a boat that dumped a huge, obviously it wasn't good for the environment.
So what I do is I fill my live wells with good water, and then I just oxygenate the water. I don't let fresh water come in because if I'm dirt daubing, I'll pick up junky water into that. So I will if I get to a better spot and I feel like it needs a turn, then I'll add fresh water. But I fill my live wells 3/4, I close them and then oxygenate and put the timer on oxygenate and then put the recirculate on a timer.
Sure.
And then I've never had a problem.
No, you're good.
Because those aeration is running either low, medium, or high, right? If it's colder, I don't need to aerate as much. But if it's warmer, I aerate them, on a higher going. So
Sure. So Clay goes, do you have to see fish on your graph to stop and fish in a tournament, or you just pull up and fish your spots? So that question really varies depending on the body of water I'm fishing. So if I'm on Lake Ontario or deep body of water and I'm graphing fish, I'm definitely gonna wait till I see them on the graph. But when we're in the grass and in the tournament, I had my electronics on. We saw some fish. We targeted some fish. We knew there was some fish around with it.
I was kind of surprised how much we didn't use that in our tournament.
And I'll tell you why.
You'd be using it a lot. You did pitch to maybe a handful of fish, but it shocked me. You just fished. And that's unusual for me to see you do that, because the first time, like when you first had it, at least on the upper bay, I can remember times last year where you were definitely wired into it. Like when we were on Oneida, that's all you looked at, because I think it was still new to you. And then you had some tournaments, and I would talk to you about your tournament results and how you used it and some of the issues you had. You could see the fish eat, but maybe you were too early on the hook. I don't know what it was.
Sure. The reason, in
marinas, and I mean, you were staring at that screen and you caught some, but I really thought you'd be staring at it with the new perspective mode, but you weren't.
Well,
you were just.
The perspective mode is, for my experience so far, will show me more structure. I don't have it dialed in. Okay,
that's fair.
The forward mode, you see every fish that's out there. And so when we're fishing, where we were fishing, there was a variety of species.
Yeah, and we talked about that during the tournament, because I asked you, I'm like, wow, man, you're not really looking at it as much as I expected you to. And you were like, yeah, I see them, but I don't know what they are.
Right. And the only time I know what they really are is if I'm stationary long enough and that fish is acting like a bass should act. And a lot of those fish weren't acting like a bass.
They probably weren't.
Right. A bass this time of year is going to be hanging out, especially if it's on a bed. It's not going to be moving so much.
Right.
You're going to pull up to a piling. You're going to see that bass sitting next to the piling. I haven't experienced that during the tournament that much. I don't know if there was as many fish on the hard cover as there was the grass. And it's hard for me to see the fish in the thicker grass like I wish I could.
Yeah, that's interesting.
If that makes any sense. I got to get dialed in more, Eric.
I wonder if there's a setting that you could play with.
There's a lot. I play with a lot of settings. I try to. If I had some time, I'd watch a few more YouTube videos to really get things dialed in. I just haven't.
I wonder if anybody, if you could, I don't know, the people at Garmin might be able to answer tech support and say, look, I fish a lot of grass, and I'm sure you're not the only one. And just say, is there a setting?
Yes and no. It's a hit or miss who you get at Garmin.
Sure. Yeah. I would just keep calling and trying it.
I have some of the key guys' names written down that I'll ask for.
I'd call them up when I'm in a grass bed on the water and go, look, I'm in a grass bed. Mm-hmm. And FaceTime them. Show them the screen. What do I do? Help me push the button. If all you see 5 slaunches in the middle of the thick shit.
Or you could call up Paul Mueller and just do a guided trip with him. He'll show you how to dial that bitch in.
I thought you already did.
I did. Mm-hmm.
You mean another one?
I do need another, yes.
Or we could invite Paul Mueller to the flats and say, hey, I'm trading knowledge for knowledge.
Yeah, any good co-angler tips when boater is sight fishing for spawners? Fan cast the shit out of the area.
Yep, A.
Work super slow.
B.
Don't pay attention to them.
C.
Just fucking cast, right? Far away.
And then you go, what in the world is that? And point to something like freaked out and then pitch in the bed behind him.
I don't... Let's see. Where was I? I fished as a co on the Elite Series, like my first started bass fishing like '07, and we were on Amistad, and I learned this right away. Like, if you see something that looks like a bed, don't point it out to your pro.
Mm-mm.
They're gonna go investigate it.
Don't say a word.
Who did I have? Oh, I don't know if he still fishes or not. It doesn't on
Who's
the
that?
Elites, but Rick Ash. Do you remember that name?
No. So you fished with him?
Yeah, I fished with him. He was using the 5-inch Senko on Amistad, and I was using the 7-inch, the big one.
Yeah. You
And
got the bigger bite?
wrecking him, dude. I even offered some to him, and he wouldn't take it. And that was my first check in a bass tournament.
Isn't that interesting that, sometimes we think that things don't matter like that, and it's a 5-inch versus 7-inch, and you got the bigger bites with an elite as a rookie.
Yes.
These things matter. Fascinating. Same color?
Yeah. Black and or no, I'm sorry, watermelon red.
Yeah.
Why did I say black? It was watermelon red. That's why I sold a bunch of watermelon reds. That was the only time I used them. Was down there. So whoever bought that bag on the auction got some old Senkos from
You got the good ones.
15 years ago. Yeah.
And watermelon red is a dynamite color
It
anywhere
is.
you go.
I don't use it up here much, Eric. I don't.
It's whatever, man.
For some reason, even the clear bodies of water in northern parts of the country, I am a green pumpkin guy and black and blue.
Yeah, man.
I am.
Watermelon red. Doesn't really matter.
No.
Nah, let's keep it simple, man. You only got so much space in that garage.
Yes. Any preferred braided line for the spinning reels? Well, I went back to my Power Pro and
Seems to be happy. I like J8 by Daiwa. I've never had a problem. It's not let me down. Landed my personal best last year in a tournament, a 793 with 30 minutes to go on a brush pile. I was using Tatsu fluorocarbon 10-pound test, and this fish had raked it over some really nasty shit, so it was abraded, and it did not break. I couldn't believe it didn't break, how terrible the leader looked after that fight and battle. So the J8 is really smooth. I don't like Power Pro because it's a little stiffer for me. So the J8 is super limp.
Even the like the 8-pound Power Pro.
So if I compare 8-pound to 8-pound, I just like the feel of the Daiwa J8 better for me. One of my favorites. And now they've made a gold edition J8. I think it maybe has been improved, but I can't imagine what they did to improve it. But I did pick up some blue Daiwa J8. And because it's a thin diameter 8-weave strand, that's why when you hear a braid have an 8 next to it, it's an 8-weave strand. It's round, which I like, and it holds its shape, and it seems to hold its color really well. So, in fact, I didn't change my braid out one time last season. I think I might still be fishing with some.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it lasts me all year, and then I can just turn it around. That's a money-saving tip I'm sure everybody knows, right? You take it off of one reel and you put it on the other because you never get down to the bottom of the braid.
8-4 says he likes the Gordman fisherman look, Travis. I do look like I've been on the water a little bit.
Gordon's like the fish.
Like,
oh, yeah, saltwater guy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you got the raccoon eyes.
I'm going to tell you right now, I love, as much as I don't get shit done because of it, there's something about, first of all, I woke up at 2 a.m. last night, Eric. I forgot to set my alarm clock. And for some reason, I just woke up at 2, and I was like, I wonder what fucking time it is. You know what I mean? So I look at my phone, and then I'm like, oh, shit, I don't even have an alarm set for 3:50. And so I had to set my alarm. Otherwise, I might have missed today's trip. I've never missed a trip in my life, but I lucked out. I should just try to do it like an automatic. But I think my body now kind of gets up.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. There's something about jumping out of bed in the morning. I have my clothes. Everything's ready to go, so I'm not fussing around. I go down and start my little pot of coffee. Got a little mini cup. I have a routine. You know what I mean? I get my coffee. I get my lunch. Everything's already in the truck. I head out to the truck. I start out with music, driving through the complex real loud, right? Normally it's like Korn or something like that. And then once I get on 476, then I listen to my podcast. I listen about the deep state and all that. And once I get about halfway, then I'll switch over to music again.
You're halfway brainwashed.
Yeah.
You try to listen to something good for your brain.
Sure. Then I get it again.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get a phone. That's when I get that phone call from Eric when he's disrupting my routine.
And he's like, "Hello, this is Travis." Phone. Anytime you call him, "Hello." Yeah. That's about as interesting as it gets.
It's like, bro, I'm going to talk to you all day in a half hour. Let me enjoy my freaking ride down 95, please.
And by the way, on the boat in a tournament, it ain't much talking going on, bro. It's fishing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
there's not much conversation going on.
You try to strike up a conversation at times, but
no need.
We work good together.
I might talk about what we're doing and alternative thoughts. If you ask me a question and opinion, I respond.
Right.
No, I'm not trying to strike up idle conversation like, "Oh, did you see this on the news the other day?"
Right.
I'm listening to mainstream media, Travis.
So,
what did you that podcast this morning? Enlighten me in the back of the boat.
Anyways,
none of
that. So then I go.
That question.
Yes. So then I go pick up my boat, and then I love, dude. I like that morning getting there, doing my thing. Like every day's it's
the guideline. It's the guideline.
I do love it. I do love because you never know who you're gonna get that morning. You know what I mean? And
box of chocolates.
Yes. You get a feel for your clients, what they want to accomplish, and then
it's good enjoying your job, man.
And you just try to do the best you can. And I have all these grand plans of, like catching up on my emails while I'm out working the trolling motor. But I'm always like, I like to fish too. So I get in the back of the boat. And like I said, if they're doing a technique and it looks like it's working, I let them have at it. If they need a little schooling or, let's say we're 20 minutes into it, we ain't getting a bite. I got to show them, hey, there's some fish here, right? So I'll pick something up, catch a fish.
Right.
But then lately I've been on this whole perch thing, man, getting perch for dinner, right? So while they're bass fishing, I'm throwing that little Kitech around, jigging it, hopping it, and catching these big-ass jumbo perch.
You are like that guy Gordon, man. You're bringing home Gordon's fish sticks,
sometimes, like today they were working some Ned rigs. They catch a big old perch. I'd be like, put that bitch in the well, man. I'm like,
eat that. If you're not, I'm going to eat it.
I'm going to eat that. And then we had a big, nice striper today.
Nice.
And, yeah, dude. So, this was funny. So, it was super cloudy. And I had no idea where I was. I mean, I knew where I was, but it was eerie, right? When you're out in the middle of nowhere. And he gets a bite, and I see him set the hook. And I honestly think it was a bass. He was using a Ned rig, by the way. And he sets a hook, he misses it, and he's pissed. And all of a sudden his line jumps. And no shit, like the fastest, and this was a big ass striper, okay? It was one of those big ones, right? It hits the bait. I thought it was a snake carp, but then I was like, no way, it's moving way too fast. It went from this side of the boat to 50 yards that way in a matter of a second.
Wow.
And I go, you got a freaking tarpon on, Broheem. You know what I mean? And there was that moment, his son was up there. He was like, what the heck is that thing? Kid's like 11. He's just having a blast. Like, what the heck did we just hook into? And I'm thinking it's got to be, probably a snag carp is what it was fighting like. So we fought it like a carp. Like, oh, man, we got to deal with this thing. And then all of a sudden we could see it out there. It was just this huge-ass striper. So then it got exciting, when you're catching something other than a rough fish. And
sure.
He bit a Ned rig. And I don't know if the bass missed it and that pull made that striper instantly react. Or if it was a striper and he just slacked it so much and then decided to the fastest, like, picture a ocean fish just going. That's what it was like, dude. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've hooked some stripers on rattle traps on the Potomac. On flats where the big stripers come up in the spring, and literally just like flatten my rod out straight out because they're going so freaking fast.
Sure.
Crazy,
Powerful
man.
fish, man. I tell you what, a striper to me, like if I wasn't a saltwater guy like down south, like in Florida and stuff, I think stripers would be my next fish of that would be fun fish to target. Like
Try to catch those big stripers on big topwater baits in the spring
sure.
on the flat.
Well, I've been out.
128.
I've been out with Adrian. Jack and I went out with Adrian Avena before in the past, and
I'm talking about on the Susquehanna Flats.
no,
Oh my, dude, you're missing out.
mm-mm.
You must do that for yourself. They'll make your knees knock. 4 foot of water. I'm talking like boils the size of your car hood on a Cordell Redfin, a Lucky Craft Pointer 128 in American Shad, a big super spook 3-hook model. On some windy days, there was this guy that made this specialized, I can't remember his name, monster popper. You can give it to your clients on braid, on a spinning rod, a beefed up spinning rod, and they will catch the fish of a lifetime. There are 30, 40, 50-pound fish on that flat. You realize that, right?
Yes, I know there is.
A lot of them.
John has a good question. Do you notice a correlation between perch in the area and your bass catches? Yes, for sure. Which is what I thought about that today.
Jumbo perch tend to have jumbo big bass by them.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever we would catch bass, I would start, and the perch, the big jumbos. And to me, they're so. Back in Wisconsin, people panfish all the time. Probably like the South Cape crappies and stuff, And so the perch in Wisconsin, a lot of times they don't. You can get jumbo perch, but they don't grow to that. A big perch in Wisconsin, a lot of times is like that 8-9 incher. It really is.
Yeah.
I know there's bigger perch out there, but these perch on the Chesapeake, man, are big. They're like mini walleyes. You know what I mean? They're what I would consider a jumbo perch. So, and there's
it's all about, right? I mean, better grass and better bait. And, if you have thicker grass, you got more opportunity to eat, whether it's crayfish, minnows. It's all about the thickness of the grass pre-spawn.
It is. So those perch are out there.
A little bit of a ditch, depression. Instead of 3 foot, it's 3.5 foot. I mean, 6 inches with tidal bass, and certainly 12 inches can mean everything to those fish.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So for any of you aspiring river rats out there, pay attention to your depth finder. It's not 3 to 5 foot. Certainly if you find something like that on a flat, a ditch early spring is key. Mm-hmm. Going into some of the spawning bays, and I'm not talking about the flats, by the way, but those fish use those ditches to migrate in.
Well, yeah, and
and by the way, they're there pre-spawn, and on the way out, they're there again, and the grass will hold them, and then they'll summer there. They won't even leave.
If I have time between the shows this early winter, I'd like to know in the comments, guys, if you guys would be interested in doing any perch guided trips, because I can get on some good perch early in the year. That early March, February, March, and then because I got an idea where they how they move. I'm still learning a little bit, but man, dude, it's a blast. It really is. It'd be
trip on the name of his boat that he's going to be using is called the Perch-tastic. It's a small pond boat. Doesn't really have all the amenities. You're going to be using a cane pole.
And
we're back in time.
Jeez.
The
Yes.
Perch-tastic.
Yes. Anyways.
Hey, Perch-tastic crush.
So right now the jumbo perch are on the flats.
Okay.
Furnace. Yep. Swan
Is that why
has.
your jacket?
I don't know,
Jumbo
man.
Perch crush?
Yeah.
It's subliminal.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you wove that out of that Berkeley X9 that fast.
I
That's
know.
a pretty jacket.
Plus,
Good job weaving, man.
So I also get a few white perch, although today I didn't get any.
Are we talking about perch?
But guess what, Eric?
You can't tell the difference between white and yellow.
No, I can. I want to share this with you guys because this will be interesting.
No, the taste.
No, I can't.
Okay, that's what I was talking about.
Those fish on the flats, I believe, are feeding heavily on the white perch, the small white perch. Okay.
This is to me, by the way. FYI.
I know that. But guess what? you didn't know this, Eric, because I use live bait once in a while for my pan fishing needs. I've noticed there is a bunch of sunfish on the flats as well.
Everybody's out there, bro.
Yeah, but a
It's
lot of sunfish too.
Yes, they've always been there. It's
I
crazy.
I didn't know that there was, and you wouldn't understand the amount of bait fish that's on the flats. You might be at dead low tide. There's 2.5 feet of water.
Are you trying to tell me I don't understand the amount of bait
No,
fish on
people that might be watching,
the unbelievable? Oh, you mean the viewers?
tons of white perch, yellow perch, and sunfish out there.
Dude,
Just
it
tons.
could be. It's
If I put a night crawler on the same places you're casting the chatterbait for bass,
Yeah.
your bobber is going down constantly.
That's so cool.
Like wherever direction you want to cast, it will sit there for under a minute and be under, and it'll be a white perch, sunfish, or yellow perch.
Isn't that amazing?
Crazy.
It's all about the grass, dude. It's all about the grass. When the grass is thick, it could be epic bags and catches. There was Jamie Newton, if you're watching, Juice Newton, tell me the year on the Potomac where the grass was popping off at Aquia, Chickamuxon, Matawan, obviously, Broad, Belmont Bay. Every spawning bay had thick, luscious milfoil and coontail. It was unbelievable. And you could catch 23 pounds and maybe not cash a check, Travis. Jamie Newton, if you're listening, or anybody else that fishes the Potomac regularly, tournament kind of fisherman, what year was that? How many years ago was that where 23 didn't get you paid? And people were just flat out, I couldn't believe I didn't get paid.
Yeah.
That's good it was, Travis. Not one 23-pound bag. There were guys 27, 26, 25, 24, and then everything between.
Yeah.
20, you got nothing.
So I'm trying to keep up with the comments. So Billy goes, Travis, heavy current, what size weight do you use and how do you get the bait down when it's pulling your half ounce 25 yards off your target? Just drop shotting, I've used up to an ounce in heavy current.
That's crazy to me.
Most of the time, like on the St. Lawrence and stuff, it's 5/8.
Wow.
3/4.
That's crazy. That's unbelievable. That's a lot of lead on a spinning rod, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Stripers. Did
Juice Newton reply yet?
I'm looking, man.
Or Jamie, you can just text me because he texted me earlier.
Jamie. Yeah, he's there.
Oh, cool.
We're talking perch. I'm just catching up. I need to do a guide trip for crappie. Man, we've been catching a few crappies too.
Oh, did you see that jumbo that was caught during our tournament by Thomas Harden, or was that the day before?
I told you about that.
Yeah, tell me what day it was.
The day before.
Oh, thank you.
Why?
I'm just trying to get my bearings again.
Yes, it was. I can't remember. Just under 9 pounds, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Crazy.
Maybe discuss best depth finder setup for shallow tidal water. So I like to use. I'll just use this regular 2D. You know what I mean? Up front, and just look for the change. It's you have to. First of all, I recommend. I got one in front of me. You have to take a tape measure out, and you have to calibrate your depth finder based on where your trolling motor normally will sit. Sometimes you can raise or lower your trolling motor, so you have to take that reading. That way, you know what the true depth really is. You have to calibrate your electronics, and I do that with my units at the console as well as the trolling motor.
The person asked, Jamie said it was 2003 to 2005, but I think it was 2009. It was a long time ago. I thought it was more recent than that. But so, yeah, I would agree with the 2D. But, in the early spring, I'm looking for grass if I'm not fishing hardcover. and you got to cover a lot of water to get, to find the early emergent milfoil. 2D is super critical. So it takes a lot of scouting because finding a small little patch of grass can just pay incredible dividends. The fish will be so thick in it. As the grass becomes more prevalent, it's harder to find those better concentrations of fish. But if you put the work in, so I'm using 2D for sure, and I'm doing a lot of idling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Looking for those ditches, looking for that grass adjacent to that ditch. The ditches are generally in the same place. They don't move, those little channels.
Yeah.
Or a creek bed that comes into a spawning bay. Because a lot of spawning bays have creeks in the backs. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So Sean goes, use a different rod when drop shotting, the 1 ounce weight and stuff like that. Yeah, if I'm drop shotting real heavy, I'll use a medium. But anything under that, even the 3/4, I like that medium light. Still.
Speaking of drop shot, man, I thought it'd be a lot more rusty than I was, not having been on the water since March. But I was real happy with the way I fished and casting.
Let me see, guys. I'm gonna play the audio real quick. I'm gonna play it audio. I'm gonna put my headphones up to the mic. This is either gonna be a waste of time or the best 20 seconds of your life. Let me play that. This is what happened when Eric lost a giant. Okay, as promised, there's not going to be a lot of video of us fishing the actual tournament, but we did lose. Eric lost a big one in a specific spot, so I'm going to play the audio of the short fight while I show a video of us taking off in the morning. But take a listen. It got a little heated.
What the fuck was in the end? It broke. What broke? That's the big one.
I know.
What
I know.
broke? What broke?
What broke?
What broke? I don't understand that. I didn't have any fuck. I just tied that leader. Where did it break? At the knot.
Jesus, man.
Tell me why that happened. There's the leader.
Dude, that was a good one. I don't know, but get your shit straight. You take 20 minutes to tie half the time.
Easy.
Well, we're back. I don't know if you could hear that.
The break was.
I'm like, what broke? What broke? Because here's what happened. So I watch line a lot, right, from people that are fishing my boat because I'm guiding all the time and I can tell when they have a bite. So I saw, and I know you felt at the same time, but I saw the line. I knew what was up. So instantly I go for the net. I'm grabbing the net, and all of a sudden I hear Eric break off, right? And then we're like, what broke? What broke? And there's some swear words. Dude, that was a good fish.
Yeah, I couldn't control him.
No.
Mm-mm.
That was the 6 we needed to take 4th place.
Either a 6-pound bass or a 6-pound snakehead.
It wasn't a snakehead, dude.
Who knows?
It wasn't a snakehead.
Look, there was no curly Q on the knot, man. So that thing was a clean. So it was either had an abrasion.
Mm-hmm.
The leader to braid knot did not fail. I tie the same San Diego jam I always tie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that's Travis's famous line, man. Take 20 minutes to tie a knot. Sure. I'm gonna you next
Dude,
time on that.
First of all, when you had to retie, it was getting annoying that it took you so long.
I was not only retying, I was changing other things out too. That's what you didn't know, because how can you look at me when I'm retying? You're fishing.
I know.
So you don't know what
I'm fishing. I feel like time is just like.
By the way, when you're team fishing, you do you, I'll do me. You pay attention to your shit. Keep it square. I'm good in the back of the boat. I always contribute.
Yes.
Anything else, Captain?
No.
Thank you.
So, guys, if you're just joining us, Eric can't read the comments because he's in a different location. So I'm trying to be a moderator, and we're just talking about our terrible finish in the tournament. We just missed a check by a little bit because we had dead fish due to a diesel spill.
we got shellacked. Well, shellacked for what I thought we would do.
Yeah, I thought we'd have a better weight. We had just under 17 with a bunch of dead fish.
So what is 12 ounces plus 16.71? Can somebody please tell me in the comments? 16 pounds, 0.71 ounces, 4 ounces per dead fish, I'm guessing, right? Isn't that generally the penalty?
I don't know.
3 ounces? Who knows what a dead fish penalty is? 3 to 4. 2. Right?
Yes.
Did anybody say anything?
And how calm was I when I looked at the fish?
Throughout the day, you had some episodes. You
tell
were not happy.
Tell me when I lost it. At what point do you feel I spun out?
Which part?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I was pretty calm most of the day.
You were. You're generally not, but you did better this time.
Thank
It's the
you.
best I've seen you. Sir.
Yes.
You didn't put your hands on me when the knot broke. You didn't throw the net down like, come on, man.
I thought I was.
You did good.
Yeah. I think there was 5 F-bombs we had to mute out there in a row.
Well, that's typical. I'm throwing F-bombs when I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't freak. I mean, I'm the guy that lost the fish. You didn't lose the fish. You had the net ready. You put us on the fish.
Remember when we hit the area where you lost those fish last year and we recovered?
You mean I lost one fish, you lost one there. I broke off the winning fish there, 5 and change, for sure, because we saw the head of that fish.
Yes.
Yeah, that was disgusting. We had 17 with like 4 fish, including a 633 I put in the boat. That was disappointing.
Still sounds like we're coping with it. Yeah.
You
never forget. You never forget.
And the one time, not the one time, but that would have been the time Centaur would have come in second to us, and we would have been first. That's what made it hurt for me.
Does EE know Travis well enough to know when Angry Travis is about to come out?
Yes.
Yes.
He's always angry. It's always there. He's lurking in the background. It's like it's an Angry Travis is like this appendage that comes off the side of his head. Yeah. So if he turns away, he can see that angry guy in his peripheral vision. It's like a lump. He's always there.
How about when I opened the live well and the fish were dead? I was pretty calm.
You actually were. I was actually pretty shocked.
I know. You're like, no.
You were joking with me.
I know.
We fucking dead fish now. And I'm like, no, you're joking. You're kidding me, dude. No, dude, I'm not.
And then I just went back to the ramp.
You did.
And then the whole ride there, I'm thinking, jeez, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not good. Coming in with 3 dead fish, no good.
And then we stopped, and I'm like,
yeah.
I looked again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can I blame this on Eric?
We couldn't. Your boat, your live wells, you're doing the controls.
And the only thing I could come up with is diesel fuel spill. These guys.
I mean, maybe they had a chance if we had some aeration going. That's what I was thinking.
I had the aerators on.
Yeah, but you have them flooded all the time.
Yeah.
They have to be able to hit the surface of the water to oxygenate things.
So
aeration work if they're underwater.
Guys, in the comments, let me know if your live well's full to the brim where water's overflowing out of the lid at times.
All the time.
Is your aerator working? If new water's being circulated, I think it is, Eric. I don't know if you need that gap. I'm not a fish.
It's a fact. To oxygenate the water, you have to have the aeration happening. That's where that creates the bubbles. Now, fresh water, if there's constant fresh water, but I don't know how much fresh water. Do you close them? I don't really know your routine. Clearly, you've never killed a fish before in a tournament, to my knowledge. So whatever you've been doing.
Not like a mass. No, I've had one maybe. No. Yeah. Well, dead fish cost me on Lake Erie in the Costa. I would
Is
have
that because you drive or you tongue hooked them or
it.
they were bleeding?
It cost me $8,000. I took
Wow.
8th place instead of 3rd.
What happened?
Uh, they kept us in the marina too long, and I didn't have ice. I think is what happened.
Were you aerating them?
Yeah, I was doing everything, dude.
No, but did you have it pissing on the surface?
It was a 2-hour wait to get those fish weighed in.
I got you. They just got hot.
And that was in the Legend, and I had some live well issues that day. So.
Oh, okay. Nothing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did anybody say about the aeration, oxygenation?
So. Yeah, some aerators do need that little space. Yeah, explain fish tanks then. The air is in the water, Eric. Thank you, Bruce.
I thought in fish tanks I've always seen that little bubbler thing.
Yeah,
There's
that's
an air fish tank.
in
That's
the water.
all. No, like it's bubbling though.
Hmm.
Like all I remember in your live wells was just water at the top with I couldn't see any.
I had my plugs in, okay, in my live wells. I had the plugs in. The overflow plugs.
Overflow plugs.
Okay, so there's a hole at the top of the live well, and you can put a plug in it.
That's correct.
And that fills them all the way up. So I use that when I'm making long runs with fish.
That makes sense to
so
me.
they don't get a headache.
Correct. That makes sense. Right, but that's when I would put them in to fill it up so that they don't bang around, but I wouldn't do it that way during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Personally. I opened my live wells, I filled them 3/4 of the way, and then I closed the live well, and then I put it on recirculate, and then I also put it on aeration time. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And my fish come out crazy green.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't fish super hot tournaments a lot, except for down in Carolina.
Yeah, everyone's got their opinion. I think it was the diesel fuel that killed them.
I think you're right.
Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, we went into an area where a boat dumped a bunch of diesel into the water, and without thinking, I kept the live wells pumping new water in, and I think it got to them.
How come those 3 fish died on the one side and the 2 on the other didn't?
Because the one on one side
Maybe
didn't have the plugs in all.
Oh, I gotcha.
It'll never happen again.
So you had different things happening on both sides. That's why that one side kept spewing onto the carpet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, let's move on. It is what it is, guys.
Yeah. Damn it. What are you going to do?
I don't know. Move on to June 6th.
That's right.
That one hurt.
Oh, dude, I know, man.
I'll be ready to go. How can they dump diesel in the water? I think it was an accident. There was people on the shoreline complaining about it while we were fishing.
Yeah, that you could see the diesel rainbow.
You could smell it. It was everywhere. I'm like, is that shit coming from my boat, Eric? I'm like, what is in the water here?
Well, no, and I'm like, no way, Travis. I could smell the diesel. I was figuring maybe we would bug out of there, but we kept going.
Yes. Wow.
I don't think we caught it. I think it shut the bite down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did.
And then killed our 3 fish.
It did.
Yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have just moved on for our own health.
Yes.
Yeah, because I knew it wasn't good when I started to taste it. Remember when I turned you and said, dude, I can taste that diesel in my mouth.
Hey, Scott. And guys, Eric can't see the comments right now, so he's all relying on myself to relay the messages, which sucks because I suck at this job. If you can taste it, it's bad.
Yeah.
Do you have any 316 swim baits, Eric?
Yeah. What are they looking for?
I'm not sure. They say they crazy money.
Yeah.
More.
I bought some a while ago too.
Thanks,
It's like
Daniel.
two that I just won't throw.
Neither of us are mechanics. Yeah, we suck at that job.
Yeah. Yeah. Jamie Newton's got some advice on your live wells. He just texted me. So I'll make a copy of the text and send it to you.
There you go.
If you're gonna run your shit like that.
No, I
We've got
won't. I'm gonna figure it out, dude.
Okay.
Oh, here we go, Anthony. What's your guys' bass season down there? Wait till the third Saturday in June up here in New York. I've been seeing a lot of peeps on Facebook catching big smallmouth. That's a good topic. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I know a lot of you guys are from different parts of the country, but in upstate New York, bass fishing doesn't open until the third week in June. You can't even target them. So it's a rule, it's a law. Now, last year, a gentleman accused me because of the BFL co-angler issue I had. I was mad because I got drawn with a boater, and I was mad. And they said that Travis doesn't follow the rules unless they apply to him or some stupid comment, which kind of ate at me because I'm like, well, who's this guy telling, So so this guy I see a couple weeks ago is up in New York fishing for smallmouth during closed season, just stacking them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, I guess you don't follow the rules either, Brohim. That's what I wanted to say. But then I see a bunch of other people catching bass on Lake Ontario right now during the closed season. And it makes me wonder, should I go? I would love to go fish up there, but I'm worried about breaking the laws when it comes to smallmouth fishing in New York. But guys are doing it, dude. Like, pro anglers I see are jacking on them up there.
Wow.
And so I've always been like, as a fisherman, you follow the rules, right? You don't, well, for the most part. Like, you don't do that kind of stuff. Like, let's say the stripers, so stripers have to be, I'm not going to keep I'm not going to keep an undersized striper, Eric.
Travis Manson, you are an imposter tonight.
Yes.
You're Travis's clone in a Gordon's fishing shoot.
So
what are you saying, man? You're a rule follower all of a sudden of the government? DNR?
I know.
Wow.
Yes. Tammy, Lake Ontario is open in July. That's why I booked my trips there. So is it fair to go fish for smallmouth in a closed... It's known you cannot target smallmouth, but you're in a boat, a bass boat, with jerk baits and hair jigs and tubes on. You're a smallmouth guy. Is that right? Because if you guys think that's cool to do, I'm all in. But I've always been worried about getting caught.
So it's not that you respect the guideline to let them spawn. You just don't want to get caught and pay the fine.
No, first of all, the guideline, no, I believe it should be catch and release.
Yeah.
Should be open.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that.
Okay, when I move up there, that's something I'm going to work with. I'm going to try my hardest to do whatever it takes to change that if you can. Okay?
Right. Right.
I think it's a dumb law. I am against the rule. Okay?
Yeah.
I think we should be able to fish for them. But the rule says, right here, June 3rd or third week in June is when you can legally fish for them. But I'm seeing guys up there cracking on them. And
is that because of the, they didn't have anything else to do? Was it kind of like out of control this year, or do they always do it?
It's been that way forever since I can remember.
Wow.
Here on the Ontario side, they confiscate your rig if you're caught fishing for bass out of the season. I heard that. That's from Curtis, who's a big stick up north.
Wow, dude, crazy.
I'm talking more. I wouldn't even think about going into Canada. But on the U.S. side, I see guys just cracking on these big smallies. Eric, we lost you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. James, it's not catch and release on Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River. It's closed. You cannot target bass. I promise you. I would be up there right now if it was open. Tell them you're pike fishing. That doesn't work, man. You're not pike. I'm not. I know that I'm not driving up to Ontario to go pike fishing. So I don't know. Yeah, it's true. There is a rule that you cannot fish, you cannot target bass on in Jefferson and St. Lawrence counties, I believe. You can't target bass. Like the southern part of Lake Ontario, you can, but in that Thousand Islands area, as well as Canada, totally can't do it. Yes, other parts of New York is catch and release. I'm just talking Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River. James, New York, upstate New York, yeah, Oneida, all those inland lakes are catch and release, but Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence is closed till the third week in June. Let's see. I'm trying to go through the comments. So could you comment on where you would recommend people like me, several states away, that want to join to fish smallmouth hotels? Yeah, so I have a lot of people that fly in to fish St. Lawrence River, Thousand Islands, Lake Ontario in the summer. Clayton, New York, Alexandria Bay, Cape Vincent. It's a tourist area, so there's plenty of places to stay up there. I guess just don't go to Canada and just go fishing. Yeah, the thing is, Eric, a lot of these fish are still on beds the third week in June. So it's not necessarily because they're protected. And believe me, when that opens the third week in June, you're going to have everybody and their brother out there keeping them. You know, non-tournament anglers will take them off the beds and keep them. So.
And I think that's what you were referring to in one of the other shows, that you've got a lot of, people eating smallmouth. And so that's probably why they closed it, because they know there's a decent population of people want to catch and keep and eat. So that's how they protect the spawn, is by not allowing anybody to fish.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. But they could do catch and release, right?
They should.
However, if you're pulling a fish off a bed and sending them down the river for a tournament weigh-in, they're not getting back to their bed. They're gone.
Right, but the catch and release runs from December on. There was days this past fall that I wanted to go to Ontario. I think, no, it's Joe Raymond and I were up there the last day it was open. In, I think, November 30th or whatever. I think it closes December 1st, if my memory serves me right. And we had to leave. We couldn't stay another day because bass season closed that night.
So, do you think that's part of the reason fishing is so spectacular in New York?
No, because the charter boats, people.
No, I guess you're not hearing what I'm saying. The fish population up there is so strong.
No,
because
because
you're not even letting me.
I'm going to tell you right now, because Wisconsin.
Wait, you didn't hear what I just said.
I know what you're going to say, though.
What am I going to say? Then finish my sentence and go ahead.
Wisconsin opens May 1st, well before the spawn, and it has an amazing fishery.
Nobody lives in Wisconsin, Travis. That's why.
Dude, it gets pounded, and it still pumps out just as. Lake Ontario's good, but there's better places across the country that put out good bags of fish. That's open year round.
No, name one that's better than Lake Ontario. That puts out big bags like Ontario.
Lake Michigan.
I don't know. You would know. I wouldn't.
Lake Erie. Okay. Lake Huron.
So you named one.
I named a bunch. Listen, Lake Ontario is a top 5 in the country, yes. But it's not the spot.
What is the spot?
Other than the Great Lake?
No, including the Great Lake.
Dude, I'm partial to Lake Michigan.
So Lake Michigan tops Lake Ontario for size and quantity of smallmouth and population.
Yes.
Bags on Michigan will beat bags on Ontario.
Yes,
We sure?
I'm sure.
I
And
may
and
I
don't
may be.
forget
That was kind of a week, I'm
and
sure.
don't forget the endless inland lakes in northern Wisconsin, upper Michigan, Minnesota. Definitely Ontario, Canada has some sleeper lakes, I'm sure.
Well,
That aren't
definitely
that are
nobody
not
lives there.
tournament lakes.
Nobody lives in Canada, and smallmouth are a junk fish up there.
Yeah, whatever.
No, they are.
No,
They
they're
think
not.
no in Canada
That's
a
like
smallmouth
Maine,
is
dude,
a trash fish.
or Idaho or something. What are you talking about?
They're smallmouth are trash fish in Idaho. Walleye reign supreme, bro.
Maybe.
Yeah, no.
Tom calls bullshit. Lake Michigan is where it's at, guys. I'm telling you.
I only asked the question. I can't be the judge, but
Lake
let the
Simcoe, yeah. But I'm sure there's smaller. There's lakes that are not big enough for tournaments that probably have, just like in Wisconsin, dude. There's lakes that are less than 1,000 acres that put out 7-8 pound smallmouth, dude.
well, so does Ontario and Michigan.
Yes, I'm just saying. There's a lot of inland lakes that don't get.
First time with you, you put me on a big giant smallie. Might have been
Mm-hmm,
8. I think it was the lake record,
could have been.
state record. I think I had it in my hand. It had a fin the size of my hand. Waved at me.
Hmm.
That was a crazy trip. It's crazy fun. That was
You,
wild.
unless you guys been to Lake Michigan. I'm not talking the community holes. I'm not talking Sturgeon Bay and all the stuff you hear about. I'm talking about true Beta Knock. Come on. You ever heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I don't know a thing about anything except for where you took me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a smallmouth guy, bro. I love catching them. You taught me good.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun. Crazy fun. What a fish, man. Unbelievable. Can't say I'm enthusiastic about 6-foot rollers in the middle of winter. Fall in, you're dead.
Yes. Parrish, when's the new boat tour vid coming? As soon as I finish the second part. I gotta go over my electronics and then I'll get that video up for you guys. And I'm still trying to figure out my prop situation. I put a 25 4-blade on, and I'm not getting the speeds I was hoping for.
What were you hoping for? More lift and stability for rough
Yeah, yeah.
water?
Just I'd like to get. I think
Well, when you 4-blade, you can stay on plane, right? And you can really great for big water, right?
yes.
Yeah. I mean, so you sacrifice a little speed for survival.
Mm-hmm. John goes, we need Zona on the show for this. I don't know if he'd give up the Secret Lakes. And I don't know if he's still. I don't know if he's happy with me just yet.
You think you could land Zona on your show?
Ever since the classic, I don't.
All right, before
Prior to the Bassmaster Classic, probably. Now,
what's the biggest name you could land on this show?
just make a fucking call, Eric. It's not that big of a deal.
But who?
This isn't some popularity contest. Who we're trying to get on the
No.
show?
Like who do you have access to?
I could.
Throw out some names.
We could call KVD up. I'm sure.
KVD would come on your show.
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. Why? What are you waiting for if that's the case?
I don't know. Jason goes, need a 23 pitch. Well, that's what it comes with. Tammy goes, can you put a 2-blade prop on so when we come up there you have to go slow?
That's the comment of the night. Send her a prize pack.
Yes. Ray goes, what'd you do the Zona? I don't know if I did anything.
You know, and if you have to say that, you did.
I guess I was
Loud.
I was loud.
You were drunk and loud.
I don't know if I was drunk, Eric.
I'm almost certain you were drunk.
I mean, I had a few drinks.
I'd bet a conquest on that. Do we have any witnesses?
We could get Matt on the show.
I think you need to call Matt right now on your iPhone, and I want to interview about that night, and we're going to settle this conversation for one and for all. Boy, your list was pretty big this spring for people that were not happy with you. Salzman?
Yes. No, Salzman wasn't that mad.
Well, okay, so for a moment it was Salzman, it was Ryan.
Ryan's pissed, yes.
Jimmy Big Time, Mark Zona, Epic Eric. That's a lot of people.
You were mad at me?
What?
No.
Remember we had come to Jesus meeting?
Okay. So I pissed 5 people off this spring. Not that bad.
That's one a month that you're pretty dang close to or important to you. That's not a good track record. We're working on you, man. Call up Pangrek right now.
Yes.
No, yes, do it. Dial the number. He just texted me. He showed me a Sammy in a color, and I have one, and it's a Japanese color. Have you ever seen it?
Oh, man. If you could see these comments, Eric.
I wish I could. Are you going to... now, I noticed some shows, if you don't like the comments, you don't put them up. So are these comments going to be there for me to read later?
Yeah, they'll be up if I decide to keep this. Oh, Tuesday night. We keep all Tuesday night shows.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
We're going to go live.
I couldn't read I couldn't read the comments. You decided to edit them.
Yes.
You have dominion. It is your show, and it is your channel, and you get to decide what gets published. That's got to feel pretty good.
You know what would be fun? The best show ever to get... I don't think Zona's that pissed. Like, he's over it. He's been there, all right? Zona's a wild man. He's pissed people off because he's been drunk late at night in a hotel lobby before.
So, Mark Zona, if you're watching, you have no reason to be pissed at Travis. Need to come on the show.
Because you've been there before is all I'm saying.
Because you've been there before, Mark. Sorry. Thank you for adding the add. That was really important.
Yes.
Mark, you've been there before. Don't be double standard Mark Zona, Big Z. Just let bygones be bygones and help the crush out,
I honestly
man.
don't think he's that pissed, dude.
He needs your support, Mark. Mark, if you're secretly listening to this show, because we're killing it tonight, you need to come on in the next month.
Oh, shit. Rich Goes Greens from Ontario. When you guys coming up? July 1st. On my way.
Nice.
I'd love to fish for smallers with both of you and have a beer after. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, you mean with Zona?
No, just us.
Me?
Story time. All right, so one night of the Classic, I didn't know Mark Zona's room was right next to mine. And
how would you know?
The night I was loud, I was FaceTiming with you, Eric. And so how drunk can you really be when I'm talking to Eric? It's not like I'm being super loud, but I guess the walls were very thin. What happened it wasn't just him, it was his family was staring there.
Was it the same night that we had a conversation in the cab on the way to the hotel?
Yes.
Oh, it was pretty filthy then.
Okay. So when I get into the room, of course, Matt's passed out in the bed with his clothes on top of the blankets. So I got to wake his ass up.
Yep.
Tell him about the night. And so, yeah, I was probably pretty loud. But what really triggered Zona, I guess, when he came out in his underwear the next night was when Matt...
Oh, wait. 2-part series?
Yeah, the next night, Matt... we heading to the launch, and Matt was mad or forgot something, so he was being loud about having to go back to the room, and he slammed the door, and that must have woke him up. And apparently, rumor has it, he comes running out in his boxers looking for the culprits as we're heading down the elevator.
Oh, wow.
And the blame was put on all of Travis and not Matt and not the other circumstances that happened. So...
It's never your fault.
No.
See a pattern here. I could fish that pattern.
So I'm not fishing any Bass Opens, no FLW this year, none of that. I'm just fishing local tournaments, when and where, and just doing a ton of guiding, man. The good news is, so I had some dates saved for like ICAST and some other big tournaments that are not happening. So I might have a few more dates open for even the Chesapeake and Lake Ontario here. Hopefully this weekend I can put some dates together and do a little bit more guiding. But we're pretty much booked totally.
It's good news. Making up for lost time.
Yes.
Finding.
Mm-hmm. That we are. It's been crazy, dude. It's been crazy. I love it, but I mean, there's nothing like being on the water, Eric, but your other aspects of your life get left behind, you know? Just stupid things.
Yep.
Just things you need to be doing, like, you know, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something. Like
vitamins, show schedule.
Taxes, you know.
That's a pretty important
just
one.
Stupid things. Like, I bought a boat. I bought my new boat, and I still don't know how I got to pay the loan off or when it's due. You know what I mean? Like, I got to sit down and figure out when my next payment's due.
Just you call the dealer on the way home. Just
not the dealer, the bank that I financed it from. I'm sure it's coming up.
Don't they have an 800 number?
I'm sure. When, dude? When?
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you.
Yeah.
So, how long does it take you to get home?
I'm normally on the phone with people.
People.
Like my trip for the guy I'm taking tomorrow. He talked for an hour as I was driving home.
Then you just got to say, hey, listen, I got to call the bank because I might not have a boat to fish on because I haven't paid the loan yet.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's
you
funny.
Just got, you got to say, look, you got to say like something like, do you want to go fishing tomorrow? And the guy will go, absolutely. Well, listen, I need to make sure I'm on time with my boat payment, so I'm going to have to call the bank. Oh, by all means, dude, go ahead. There you go.
And then it's rigging and yeah.
Leave alone for the next 3 days. No comments, no DMs.
Eric, I'm just making an example. There's just stupid paper, like everyday life stuff.
No, I know.
Think about it. When you get up at 4 a.m. and you fish until 2, and then you drive home. That's 2 hours, and then you're tired, and then you got to make dinner. You got to rig up, and then you got to do these live shows, and drink Tito's until freaking 2 a.m. When do you find the time?
I feel you. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. I understand. I do.
It's like I'm running a multi-million-dollar business as a head CEO, yet not even close. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's not even.
No, okay.
Get that intern, man.
I know.
Get that intern.
That'd be nice.
Any applications yet, or DMs?
I've had some people. I don't even know where to start. What do you say?
I'll say it for you right now tonight. So Travis would like to hire a summer intern. The qualifications are as follows. You must have command of Microsoft Office. You must have YouTube editing skills. You must be able to run a Skype show. You're going to have to probably manage his calendar. Excellent editing skills would be preferable. Learn how to. You got to be a bass fisherman for sure. If you don't love to bass fish, don't even bother. You got to be a bass hound nut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another point. I don't even have time to make a proper meal on the water. I have to drink protein shakes.
You've always drank protein shakes.
Right. That's just a good excuse, I guess.
Yeah. No.
But then you have to wash the cup out, or if you're like me, you just add to the mixture when you get home.
Right.
Don't even have time to wash the cup.
Teach Cole how to wash a cup.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. I'm power whining. Drink up and get some help. Better cut back on the fishing, not the Tito's. I feel good in the morning, man.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm good. I only had 2 drinks tonight. That's my limit. I'm not drinking anymore tonight.
Really? When did that happen? When you
Tonight.
started to work again? An honest day as a work will make you do that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a
Endless summer
stressful year.
every night.
So hard.
Right?
I need a break. And you know what I do on my day off?
Tell me.
I go fishing. How
You're
stupid
right.
is that?
You're ate up with it.
I have not missed a day on the Chesapeake in.
So
Oh,
typically,
a
people
while.
that have jobs, and you have one. It's called guiding. On their day off,
They get
take care
home
of-
at 6.
No.
Yeah, you're right. And then they go fishing.
No, what I'm-
Yeah, how do people? Dude, we need more hours in the day. And you know what the problem is?
Tell me.
Well, I can't because that's conspiracy, but I think they're shortening the days on us, Eric, on purpose.
You are
No.
fucked up.
Okay, look up the CERN experiment.
I
in-
would
in,
never.
in Switzerland.
My fucking time.
I swear,
I can tell you this.
it's going
That's your
fast,
problem.
bro.
You just hit the nail on the head. Your problem is you waste hours every day poisoning your brain
Oh, jeez, here we go.
that don't make any sense, that confuse you and make you spend more time researching stupid stuff, and you have no time because you listen to that garbage.
Right.
So here's the way to get
These
20 hours
comments
a
are
week.
funny.
Here's a way to get 20 extra hours a week. Turn off the podcast.
Yes.
Problem solved. Just like that. Or lose your boat and continue to listen to those great things that are really seem to be making impact in your life.
Yes.
They're shortening the days on us. That's unbelievable.
No, ask anyone. They're saying how time flies. Just like how they're manipulating the weather because of the.
Ask anyone. Travis, I would never ask anyone that question. No one. Not Mr. CERN himself, not the planes that weather seed that you've made up in your mind.
They're-
Where do you get this garbage? Who can make this shit up? It's unbelievable that you buy into it. You need to be deprogrammed. You have been brainwashed.
Cirque, thanks for the $2, Brohim.
He needs a little more than $2 for a shrink to deprogram him. What in the fuck have you been reading?
Oh shit!
Oh my god, dude, that's unbelievable.
People like I might have stepped off the edge here.
Travis, I got news for you.
I do. What I need to do, I need to listen to podcasts about how to manage my time better.
I think I said that like 3 shows.
Oh,
Three shows.
Joey's asking me what the fuck is shortening the day. So I would love to get into it. Obviously, I can't tonight. I'll get yelled at. So-
You go ahead and take the rest
No.
of the podcast over. I'll see you guys later.
No.
Until next time,
I
we'll
won't.
see you on the water. I'm pushing the button. Say it one more time. I fucking dare you.
I'm
out. I'm not listening to the garbage tonight.
No.
I know you'd love to, but that's, hey, Mr. CERN and Travis will call you up and do a conference call on his personal time because he's got so much extra time to spend. If it was, who fucking cares? Figure it out to do more in less time. Whatever.
I know. Yes.
Yeah. So again, that podcast on productivity, that's what's needed,
Yes.
especially since they're seeding the weather and shortening the days.
Mm-hmm. Would you bite that?
Oh, dude. Wow. It's looking sexy, baby.
Yes. Oh, these people.
No. You.
Yes, me. I don't even know where to start. I guess they're enjoying the banter between us here.
Always.
Jamie Newton, that was funny.
Juice Newton had a good comment. What'd he say?
Yeah. He goes, so now the deep state can control the Earth's orbit to control time and wind patterns for weather manipulation.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Dude, you I don't even know what to tell you, man.
We gotta have an over. It's gonna be called, I don't know, Off the Edge podcast.
Enjoy that.
With myself.
just you, and then I won't be coming back on.
So, Jacobs, have
I
you
would-
thrown the giant TRD yet? I talked about it today. I discussed it, and I think it needs to come out soon, real soon.
It's going to be about that time.
I have
Postpone.
caught fish on it.
No, not, like right now, right after this next spawn. It's now.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It's a 7-inch Senko.
Right.
With a lot of flotation. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And what a post-spawn bass want? A 10-inch worm on a ledge, a 12-inch power worm, right?
Yeah.
They want a big ass swim bait, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're cracking everything post-spawn.
Yes.
Yep. It's throw the big worm, throw the big
Definitely.
swim, throw the big giant TRD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger baits, bigger bites.
I'll be honest. That little 2.8 Kitech today, when I was trying to catch a couple perch, I thought, no, not as much as you would have thought.
I would have thought it would.
So did I. I caught a few.
Yeah, but I mean, damn, it's surprising that it didn't catch more.
Well, you just said bigger baits.
No, what I mean, more bites, not necessarily the bigger bite in the grass bed, just more bites in the grass bed. It's such a, clearly you're matching, you're presenting a bait that the perch are loving. Everything's eating in that grass bed. There's a lot of bait. I imagine a 2.8 probably mirrors killifish, and I don't know if the silver sides aren't in yet, but what the hell am I talking about? Well, killifish. What's the other one? Oh, like golden shiners.
Yes.
What?
Call it thoughts while high with Travis, Kyle says. Cam goes, you're not alone, brother man. I'm addicted to fishing and get so behind on real life stuff I just block it out and forget about it when I'm on the water, then take care of it on rainy days. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Dude, there's been many a bass fisherman that has lost a job and a wife or a girlfriend over fishing.
Yeah.
Flat out, I know many.
A lot.
It is an addiction.
Yeah.
Bass fishing is an addiction for
Mhm.
sure, and it's caused a giant headache for a lot of guys that I've known over the years.
Yeah.
Because bass fishing came before family, work, personal business,
Oh, man.
not taking care of business at home or at work because they had to be on the water.
Mm-hmm.
You can obsess on it. There's no question. There's this adrenaline rush for tournament fishing. I felt it with you. I couldn't sleep. I was working on 2 hours of sleep. I was so ginned up. I didn't want to go to bed, man. I just wanted
Yeah.
to drive up and start like at 3. Straight up.
It takes obviously everybody who's watching this understands, but it's weird because people on the outside would have a hard time understanding.
I think,
The sport.
look,
My neighbors don't get it, Eric.
well, no, they actually do. Here's the thing. Most of the people that I've talked to that ask me about bass fishing and then ask me about tournament fishing, and, I like to talk, and I like to talk technique. And so when I tell them about what's going on in tidal and the different times of year and how you're searching for that, little depression and a ditch, and maybe if it's got better, taller milfoil, milfoil that comes up 6 inches over the other milfoil, and if it's this small stretch, and they hear the passion, they hear the enthusiasm, and then they understand it's a whole lot more complex than a tying a lure on and casting out and waiting.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a big, there's strategy, there's tactics. I mean, some of the stuff you've done in tournament fishing that, opened my eyes to not letting on when you got a fish, opening your middle hatch, nothing to
Mhm.
see here kind of stuff. Never even thought about it, honestly, but I see what you do and it's good, defending a territory before somebody comes in. I've done that, but no, I mean, you're very skilled at the tournament game, and you've opened my eyes to a few things, but people don't understand. But when you tell them about it, and then you tell them about the team aspect, like how I used to like to fish individual, and it was all about me and my ego, and I had to be the man, and I was the guy, and then I was done with that, and how I really love the team aspect. The week before, talking to you about the strategy and approach and what we're going to be doing, and look, it's timing with these big fish in the areas that we were moving into, and it's a crapshoot. We could have rocked a 25-pound bag for sure, but they just weren't there.
Hey, Kuda's offering help, by the way, which I would love to take up. He says I need to sit down with someone, organize things, I have ideas that will make your life easier. He's a trained counselor and a high school administrator. 30
There you
minutes. Yeah. I do need, speaking of all this, like the time management, because I have so many ideas. Like my buffs are coming from China. Did I say China? My buffs are coming soon. Don't say that word. And I had to buy them from because they were reasonably priced. Okay. And so we're trying to deal with getting it into the country, and once they come, I have to figure out a way to be able to,
Hey, so there's something I wanted to tell you about. You use Microsoft, right?
Use what?
Do you use Microsoft?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you an Outlook guy for email, or are you a Gmail guy?
Yahoo, because it's my old Yahoo that I've had for years.
Okay.
Why?
So I want you to look into, if you're interested in a productivity tool, there's something called Taskology. Taskology. We use it at my company.
Okay.
And, we had somebody come in and train us, and then we have a trainer on site that kind of is like the champion of Taskology.
Hand buffs. Yes.
And it really it transforms people in terms of daily management organization skills. Taskology. Leslie Shreve is the owner and the founder of the company in terms of creating a task management system, and it would change your life, your professional life, and probably because you can use it personally as well as professionally.
Mm-hmm.
It clears your mind and it declutters your desk. Yeah. And so she could help you with a task management system. So, and there are many out there.
Yeah.
Look, Taskology is not the only one, but I have personal experience with it. We invested in a company, and for a single user license for you, again, Yahoo email. I don't know if it works, but it does work with Outlook. Do you have Microsoft Office, like the suite of products? Because you could have your Yahoo email forwarded to your Outlook. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, Eric. It's more of.
No, this is where you don't go. It's more of, look, dude.
Yeah.
Enough.
I can't get back to people that just send me a message about a post I make while I'm guiding. You know what I mean? Like I want to say, hey, thanks for the comment, but
I already talked about that. Where the intern for Smallmouth Crush, because they want to build their resume, because they want to do something in the fishing industry,
mm-hmm.
and working for you for a summer or all year long unpaid, and you'd have to be comfortable enough where your social media was clean and to give them access and control of your account.
Yeah.
And they would flag inappropriate, message sent to you if anybody's trying to spam you or,
mm-hmm.
Send you inappropriate stuff. They would just delete it and block that user. Because, I know I get some trash. We all get those trashy emails, occasionally. And you just, block, delete.
Yes.
Yeah, but so you keep bringing things up that I'm giving you a solution to, but you keep talking about it week after week. So it's clear to me you're not ready to take that step, and that's okay.
I didn't say that.
You do it when you're ready,
okay.
But you can't keep the same script going and saying I don't have enough time when you don't take a solution that wouldn't cost you a dime. So if you don't want to grow your business and your company called Smallmouth Crush, just keep relying on Travis Manson and you'll get the same result. Yeah.
Sean goes, he'll work for crankbaits. I like it. DT6 hopefully. Oh, man. All right. It was a good show, Eric. I got to get to bed.
Me too, bro, Haas.
When you coming home?
I don't know yet.
Hopefully by Monday.
Oh yeah, I'll be home Monday.
Okay.
I'll be home Monday.
Because we might have to go fishing Monday.
I would be stoked. So that's the Ike guy that I met at the Ike Foundation dinner?
Yep.
That one? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, he seemed like a nice guy. It'd be fun.
We'll do that, and then we'll fish the tournament the following Saturday. If you want. I know you got to leave to go to North Carolina maybe, right?
Yeah.
How long of a drive would that be? You would have a tournament the next day on Sunday?
Well, you realize that's what I did after I left you. I drove straight through to North Carolina on 2 hours sleep. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that before. Like, I won a Bojangles in North Carolina with Scooter on the Roanoke, winning fish in the last 7 minutes on a Ned, 10-pound test, gave Scooter a heart attack.
Yeah.
Drove home. That was after driving through the night to get there with no sleep. Left at 9:30 Friday, fished Saturday, won, took my trophy and my $2,000, met Jack Rinkers, got maybe an hour and a half of sleep, fished Conowingo, caught a bass on my first cast, by the way. That was
Really?
pretty cool. Yep, I sure did. Couldn't do anything wrong that weekend, man. That was awesome. And then, so I fished on no sleep, 2 tournaments in 48 hours with 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then drove. And I think I went to the movies that night on Sunday.
What?
Yeah, I do. I think I did.
Oh wait, do you still have movie dates with that guy?
Not anymore.
What?
Because the movies are closed.
Oh, but you used. That's right. You used to. That's funny.
You call it a movie date. No, I would just go to the movies with my buddy.
Right. I can't picture you and I going to the movies.
I can't picture sitting in a dark room with you for
Oh shit.
Nah, I would go to the movies by myself. I'd go with buddies, man, that were movie hounds like I am. It's how I escape the world, and all the craziness.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it's just that's what I like. I'm a movie buff. I love movies.
I know you do.
Absolutely. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
The way I decompress at the end of the day.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There is a Bass Legends tournament Friday.
When?
This coming Friday.
Don't think I could do that one. I would love to do that one, man. I would love to fish that whole series with you. We missed all of our spring tournaments. I'm so pissed. I was so stoked for that stuff. Damn.
Sean goes, I would go to the movies with Epic Eric.
Sean and I would gladly walk into the theater with Sean Lai. No question about it, man. Man, there ain't nothing better than that, man.
That's
absolutely.
Funny.
See, I'm comfortable enough to go to a movie with a guy.
I'm not saying that, dude. I get it.
Said here, I get the passive aggressive slight. Do you still go on movie dates with that guy? You said dates.
That's
Why's it got to be dates, Travis?
I don't know. I guess we go on fishing dates.
Yeah, I have a fishing date with Travis on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We do fishing dates together.
Oh man. Well, Eric, I know you're not in studio, but I do want to share.
Oh, thank you for doing that.
June Bug crankbait here.
You get the heads up play for the day. Hey, everybody, send Travis a prize pack for doing that, man. Thank you.
We have to.
And thank you for doing that, man. I was kind of feeling bad. Damn, I didn't even have it in my car.
Oh man.
And this weekend is the weekend I actually need a June Bug crankbait. I can't believe I left it.
Really?
I did. You have one. Jimmy has one. I've got one. And then I painted the DT6, which is curing in the studio, before I sent it to that guy.
You have no tackle at the place you're at right now?
Tons. I got it in the truck.
Oh, yes. We have to do a show about that, too.
Yeah, we did a little preview. Did you include that in this last video,
Absolutely.
the preview?
I knew if I didn't.
Yeah, people get a little of it. Because
Mm-hmm.
Travis was asking me, everybody, where's the smallmouth crush sticker? Because there are stickers involved in this little preview. And he was surprised because the sticker comes with me.
Jamie wants to know if he could share some Milk Duds or Junior Mints at the movies with you.
Oh my God, 100%, man. Go. No question about it, man. Did you the Seinfeld episode with the Junior Mint is hysterical. Kramer and Jerry watching an operation, and a box of Junior Mints is involved. It is very. You never saw it?
I have not. No.
Are you a Seinfeld guy?
A little bit.
Okay. You watching any series lately? Are there any new series you got into?
No.
No, nothing. Mm-hmm. Did you finish Ozark?
Yes.
What'd you think?
It ended, I guess, like it should. I wasn't expecting the ending, but
yeah.
They can bring.
You excited for the season?
What's that?
You excited for the next season?
Is there? No, I think
maybe.
that was it.
Really? That's all?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Well, wasn't one of our best lives, but 300 people wanted to hear us talk tonight. I slightly went off. I got to apologize right off the bat, Eric. I know you talked about the conspiracies and not bringing it on the show, and I slipped a little bit.
It's okay.
But
I
human.
forgive.
I'm human.
I'll let you slip. It's okay.
It won't happen
It's
again.
more fantastic to me. Each and every time you slip on a new one, because those are 2 new ones I hadn't heard
Well,
about.
they're big deals for me. They're not new. Definitely not new. I've been studying it for years. So
I just don't understand.
Okay.
Have you made any investments based on your knowledge? Have you changed your habits? Are you preparing something? The only question I would ask you on all these things,
how do you better your life with the information that you obtain?
Right, or any changes you make in your life, or any advantage you can gain. So all this knowledge that you spend good time and brain power on, what do you do with it?
Yes.
I only ask you to ponder that. And I would listen to that. You could just set it up, broad brush topic.
Eddie Bravo.
Let's just say, like, as I watched a movie, so let's just pretend I was watching a science fiction movie, and while I'm in the theater, I suspend my disbelief in the plot so that I can get my emotions involved and feel something. The part that I would like to hear is, what did you do with the information? And I would listen and ask questions, to be fair to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this on camera to everybody right now, live. I would listen to that part. Not the information about why you're trying to make me believe it. I don't want to hear any about that.
Okay.
I want to hear about the theory, and then what did you do with that information?
Yes. Did you?
That's what I'll do.
You know?
And that's what I'll engage in a conversation with you about.
Did you know I can rig a perfect Ned head in under 3 seconds?
That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. So what's the tip on rigging Z-Man? That would be something useful to give to the audience.
I'll tell you what. If it's not straight, I get pissed off. And if I see somebody, if one of my clients, not that they are doing it on purpose, but if it's crooked or bent up, I have to change it immediately.
Okay. What I've noticed is you put your thumb where you want the hook to come out. That's with any plastic. But with
I
Z-Man,
use 3 of my fingers.
You got to be fast. You got to be fast, right?
Fast and confident.
Yes. You can't stick it in because that plastic wants to twist.
Yes.
That's right.
Twist.
That plastic wants to twist. You got to punch it and go fast, right?
You ever try to put a razor shed on the back of a chatterbait? That takes some skill, bro.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty spectacular bait on the back of a chatterbait. My favorite color is called the deal.
The deal.
In the razor shad for a white perch look, if anybody cares out there in Tidal Riverland.
As far as fishing goes, I think Z-Man Plastic has improved the quality of my fishing experience because of their baits. Better than any other plastic company out there, by far.
That's incredible. I mean, look, man. I mean, it's undeniable in smallmouth country. Undeniable. Mm-hmm. The amazing.
Yeah. Senko's, what's your leader length on the upper bay? I think you can get away with 8 feet.
Oh, yeah. But you don't want the knot going into the spool, right?
Yeah, you can.
Well, I know, but I would prefer it not be in there. Remember, if your rod is 6 foot and your leader is 6 foot, that's 12, right?
Right. True.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of pros don't want that knot inside the first guide. They want it right above that first guide. So that might give you...
That's hard.
I know. I'm just saying. They don't want that knot zipping on that first guide because that's a lot of force cracking on that knot.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's breaking because of that, but it's a lot of velocity coming off the spool.
Yeah.
And then I've heard some guys want to put 25 feet a leader on bury it down. So it's coming out, because that initial velocity is the fastest, right? Because that's when the rod is loaded.
Mm.
And bury it in the spool, and you got a clean knot so it doesn't hang. Because we've all had that happen, right? Whereas that little, no matter how close you clip it, there's going to be that little teat coming off of it.
Yes.
I wish they had a material that you could make it smooth, like some type of quick cure. I know
Right.
a lot of salt water will take super glue gel and put a little gel on it, rub it with their fingers,
Or
and so
UV, that UV stuff too.
UV stuff. If you really, you could hit it with the UV light real quick. Do you think that weakens the knot, or do you think that strengthens the knot?
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'd like to see the dirt.
I wouldn't be able to use that short of a leader on clear bodies of water. I feel, especially for drop shine deep and stuff like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I think you can get away with a 4 to 5 foot leader on the bay
Oh, I think so.
for sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Why
No,
do
that stuff's got me interested because if you could make it smooth going through those guides, so it's not, it doesn't like clank on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We've all heard it go through the guides, and it's like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever had it hang, or you clip it close? You got
Oh,
good eyeball.
Saint meant the distance between the hook and the drop shot weight.
Depends on the time.
Time of the year, I was going to say that. Should we just leave it at that? That's a secret, man.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
Secret stuff. Depends on time of year. So let's use our brain. What do we mean by that? Well, this time of year, you're fishing, a lot of fish are spawning around beds. So if your bait stands up like this, or if it's horizontal, that's going to determine the length. How you shake it, and where you're working it. You working in grass, hard cover. If your bait stands straight up like that, which mine often do, I want a little shorter leader. Because if it's going to be like this in fall, I'm cool with a little longer leader. But if it's going to be like this, I don't want it way up here when I'm trying to target fish that are nose down looking at what's hanging out down here, if that makes sense.
Does.
Yeah. He goes, my bad, didn't know it was a secret. It's not. It's just our preferences. We all think in our heads are secrets, but I'll tell you what. I ain't throwing Morning Dawn in Chesapeake Bay anymore. Okay? That's old news.
It's been seen maybe one too many
I
times.
think so. I
Damn.
think so. I moved on to the next latest and greatest. And you have to. You have to.
I thought color doesn't matter. Damn you, Travis.
It's more I seen what everybody was fishing in that tournament that was doing the same stuff we were.
Let me shine a little light on this subject.
I can hardly see it. There you go.
Do tell. Color does matter all of a sudden?
It
What?
does.
You confuse me. I always believed it did. But maybe it's up here. Look, you can't go wrong with a couple different colors. A dark color and a light color, right? Light being green pumpkin shade. And then on the dark side, June bug-ish. Right?
Yeah.
If you could only carry two
To
right.
what?
colors.
Ever?
You'd have pumpkin.
Green pumpkin and black and blue.
Right. Some people might like June bug more than black and blue because black and blue is so prevalent.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Peeps want to know how we ended up in Sunday. Diesel fuel killed our fish and we ended up just outside the check, bottom line. And Eric broke a big fish off and Ike won.
We didn't see it, so we don't know what it was. But let's just say I couldn't control him, and it was in a very bassy area.
Yes.
Might have even been on a bed.
Mm-hmm.
What if that was like an 8 or a 9? That'd have been something.
One color for spotted bass. Morning
Green.
dawn.
You mean on a drop shot or just any color?
No, I'm just talking, dude.
No, green pumpkin. Green pumpkin for everything.
When do we go to mono, if ever? Very rarely. I still use mono for my pop Rs, but I'm thinking about just doing braid this year and trying.
Oh, you know what I did?
You did a
You know what
leader.
For our Chickahominy 5th place finish, me and Brian Briesmeister to secure our Anglers of the Year. I did a braid to mono leader. And let me tell you something, man. I could put that popper wherever I wanted. Extra long cast and super gin clear water.
Yeah.
And positive hook sets. And I also fished that same combination in the Battle of the Border with Kramer. And my little favorite popper was a player. And I felt like I could handle the fish in grass beds because I had a very short, maybe 18-inch leader.
Yeah.
With my braid to fluorocarbon leader knot, but I was using obviously mono. And I think I threw either 20-pound. What's the low stretch?
Don't work your net rig that way.
But I loved it, man. I loved the clarity of the leader.
Don't do that.
Confidence. No,
keep talking. I'm giving you the ways I see dead rigs rigged sometimes.
Yeah. No bueno, for sure.
This is the most common way.
It's corkscrewing on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No bueno.
Gotta have that thing lay flat.
And that's obvious, I think, generally with any plastic. You want it straight. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even as I don't know if you guys can tell, that is not good to me.
No.
But that's how it'll work. You'll get bites.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, try that braid to mono leader. I think you'll be pleased.
I'm going to.
I think you'll like it.
That's sufficient, though. Something like that. It'll work.
Yep. Do you ever take time to super glue the head?
You could.
No, I really like doing it if I have the time.
Yeah.
A couple drops, man, and it really, if you let it cure,
Mm-hmm.
hot, man, it just stays on all day straight.
Really?
Oh my God, you do never. Rarely you have to catch a shit ton of fish for that thing to pull off of that head if you get it right. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, it stays on. For you, if you could pre-rig the night before, not that you have the extra time, but that's a good job for the intern.
Yes.
I want
wouldn't that be nice?
a 6-pack of black and
blue.
So
does this intern live with me or what?
No, he just shows up and does work.
He shows up. Okay. So let's see.
Leave a bag of baits on the front porch. He comes by and picks them up. He goes to the Starbucks and he's gluing heads on. And then, yeah, you meet him in Conshohocken.
Yeah, okay.
No, you don't want some river rat rolling around in your studio, you'd have to have a certain level of trust to give somebody keys to the house.
Right.
And when you're there, sure, he comes in studio. He's doing work. He's running the chat. He's the moderator. He's got a personality. He's got a good command language, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he feeds us question. He might text me if I miss something on the chat. He's got my number, so he gets the conversation going between both of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's just watching the chat like a hawk, so we can do the show.
Uh-huh.
People will do that for free, and they will get great experience and a resume builder.
Maybe you should get one too, guys are saying.
I need an intern. It's not my show.
Well, no. Hey, let me ask you this, Eric. So, is it irritating not being able to see the comments all night?
Well, it was kind of, I was less engaged earlier.
Yeah.
Kind of getting the wind,
Mm-hmm. It felt weird. It felt weird.
It does, because I'm running blind, man. Because, normally I'm on the chat pretty good. Yeah, typing in comments to people. I'm answering questions. I'm reading questions off. Yeah. Asking you questions. So I had to kind of just like fly blind.
Jimmy the intern. I like it.
Not happening.
Ah.
I think we dispelled that myth. Yeah, we took care of some business last week. Cleared the air. It's good to see Jimmy big time back.
It is.
Thank you for squaring that up. Now, would you just take care of Ryan for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's what the message would say.
Huh.
Ryan, I am sorry.
Yep.
Let me tell you what happened. I wasn't thinking. And I take back everything I said on the show because I know you were listening.
I've never said anything bad about him.
Oof.
Really?
You need some personal coaching.
Oh, jeez.
We'll have to do some film sessions. So we would sit if we had the extra cycles, and I felt like I could reach you, I would let you replay the video, and I would go, if I were him, and I think I even said it during the show, but you were too many White Claws deep in to hear. I would say, man, if I was mad before, I'm totally writing you off at this point. When you said that. And here's the thing. There's this thing called empathy. Not everybody sees the world like you do.
Right. I definitely agree with that. But at the same time, I think if everyone did see the world like me, the world would be a lot better place.
I don't. We would be at war.
We would be at war.
It would be another civil war.
Oh man, I don't want to end the end button early because we get too frustrated with ourselves. We fight, we argue. I want to end this one peacefully. So let's take the time now to say our goodbyes. Thank you for coming on, Eric, tonight. Enjoy your doings down in the Carolinas.
Yes, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
I have a guide trip tomorrow.
Good luck.
I got to get up in 5 hours.
Wow.
And
crazy.
Man,
I'm glad you're cracking them, man. That's good stuff,
Yeah.
man. Go learn.
we're gonna jump on live either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night again. And then I do plan having a schedule. I just gotta stop saying that. But I will have a schedule.
2021, it's coming out.
There you
Gotta
go.
eat.
Well, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're just joining us, we talk fishing on a weekly basis. It's hit or miss. Some weeks it's good, some weeks not so much. When we have cool guests and we're both on our game, it's some epic shit.
Yes.
When it's just us rambling around and bitching about our lives, not so much.
I'm sorry. When you're bitching about your life, there you go again.
There I
Don't
go.
say
There I go again.
why.
Time
'Cause I will-
management, intern, get back to people, go
Yeah.
fishing, pay your bills, get your loan
Yeah.
figured out,
Yeah. Yes.
and keep your Z-Man Big TRD straight.
Great.
Till next time, we'll see you guys on the water.